Real estate agents. In this video, we're going to be talking about the potential death to the realtor. Is this real? Is this a possibility? And is this a problem? We're going to talk about it all in this video. So stay tuned if real estate is where you should stay or if you're going to need to get out of the business completely. If you haven't seen recently, there is a massive lawsuit going on right now between homeowners and lawyers and real estate agents. If you haven't looked over the details, I will break it down for you really quick. And what this pretty much means is homeowners that have sold their homes have signed listing agreements and HUD statements showing that they have agreed to the amount they are selling their home for and the fees associated are now super pissed and going back and saying, hey, we're suing you for billions of dollars to get their money back. Yet, there's a whole ton of problems with this, and we're going to talk about it. The first problem I see is, honestly, these homeowners are going to get nothing. In my personal opinion, with the lawyer fees and all of this going on, if this actually goes through, I don't know why they're even doing it. They're just trying to change the industry, and it makes no sense to me. When in reality, they said, okay, you're going to sell my house for 4%, 5%, 6% total, and then you can do whatever you want with that to get my house sold. Give some of it to a buyer agent, spend some of it on marketing, and then make some money yourself. They agreed to this and they were good to go. And now years later, they're coming back around and saying, just kidding, this sucks. We want our money back and we're going to fight this for tons and tons of money. So if you haven't seen recently, RE/MAX and a couple other big name brokerages have agreed to settle. Settlement hasn't happened. This is still probably going to be a very long process, but they have agreed to settle. And we're talking about millions and millions and millions of dollars. So in total, the whole lawsuit is worth more than all of these companies' value combined, making this problematic for the real estate industry. So now let's talk about the outcomes and effects this could actually have on the real estate market and what it means for you as a realtor. First and foremost, the brokerages that are saying, hey, we're going to change our practices, we're going to settle, yada, 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 are pretty much just saying, hey, we don't want this to kill our business and kill our brokerage, so we're going to settle, not deal with it, and change our practices. The change of practices is what the interesting part is. What that looks like and how it will affect the market, economy, and just the industry in general is what is going to be interesting. So first and foremost, if this were to happen, real estate agents would have to disclose commission differently. They'd have to say, hey, this is specifically going to be used towards buyer's agents or whatever, and how much is going to be paid, and XYZ, and so on and so forth. But the crazy part is if real estate agents aren't paying for buyer's agents anymore, the buyer's agent is then going to have to go to the other side, go to their buyer and say, hey, this is my fee, this is what it costs. But as all real estate agents know, the likelihood of that is not high. And so the potential solutions are potential new loan programs coming out to fix that problem, or different strategies to be paid as a real estate agent. Like, for example, a lawyer, say you get a retainer up front and then they pay you at the back. This is how some of the rest of the world does it, and these are all potential outcomes that we could see. I know I'm going fast, and honestly, I don't want to spend a whole ton of time on this because as of right now, I personally just don't care. If this were to happen, it's going to change the industry a ton. We're just going to have to adjust, switch our business practices up, and continue to work hard. Honestly, and for some, it may just not make sense where you say, hey, real estate isn't the industry to be in anymore, and they're going to drop out. So for those that stay, there is massive opportunity. And those for leave, good on you. Go do something else, whatever you want to do. But this creates an opportunity or an opening for so much to happen. The growth, the upside, the new business practices, everything that could potentially change with this sets you up for massive success if you adopt and adjust accordingly. So the thing I want to talk about first is those that I think are at the biggest risk currently from this situation. And in my opinion, that is teams or brokerages that are very high leveraged on buyers. For example, they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on buyer leads. They are buyer agent specific, which this could shatter those business plans. If you're not listing specific or heavily listing specific, this could really hurt your business and something you should prepare for. The other thing that is really going to affect this is what I already said, is the drop off. Agents are just not going to know how to be a listing agent or how to get listing business, and they're just going to die off. And honestly, it is what it is. If that happens, more the merrier for the people that we can help to sell their homes. And so, with that being said, you need to focus on getting listings. And if you don't know how to do that, I'm here to help you. And this is what I do as a business practice. If you don't know me, I have a system called prospect stacking. Prospect stacking is the method of where you build a foundation off of listings and a way to get listings consecutively. This, for me, door knocking. If you don't door knock, if you hate door knocking, if you haven't door knocked, you're about to if you want to get listings. So I recommend you learn how to, because this is how I built my business, because it makes sense. You're going and talking to homeowners who live in their house right now. What do they need to do? They need to sell that house and they need to move somewhere else. And so if you can help them sell that house, and say buyer's agent commissions don't even exist anymore, what if you're able to say, hey, I'll sell your house, and then set yourself up for success on the buy by working that into the deal when you sell their house, because you're doing both sides because you started with the listing side. Anyways, I'm getting heated. I'm getting excited. There's so many opportunities for people that are going to dive in and scoop up all of the leftover business. So with that being said, why I created this video is to not freak you out. Honestly, there's nothing to freak out about. There's nothing going on right now. It's going to be years before any of this actually settles and something actually happens. At least that's my opinion. And in my opinion, there's going to be solutions and adjustments that make the real estate industry move forward. Could it shake the earth and there's worst case scenarios that I could go over? For sure. But best case scenario, honestly, nothing happens. And so if you've seen the videos out there talking about this commission dispute, talking about the changes that could happen, the one thing that you can do that I would recommend is get good at getting listings. Make a foundation of how to get listings, build on top of that using other prospecting methods. And if you want to learn how to do this, that's what I'm here for. Please visit my website, realestateagentschool.co. I'll walk you through my prospecting method of how you can get business right out the gates. I have clients working from zero as a brand new agent to getting deals within their second week of being in my program. If you want to survive if the industry changes, or if you just want to be more listing focused, hit me up. I'm here to help. If you have thoughts about this commission dispute or settlement, or if you think it's going to be way worse than I think it is, leave a comment below and I'll see you in the next video.